So we have a new moon happening tonight, June 17th, a little after 10:30 p.m. in US Mountain Time, which will make it June 18th for many of you, depending where in the world you are. This new moon happens in Gemini. Gemini is the land of thoughts, ideas, communication, mental exploration of all kinds. This is a new moon to journal on and process everything that's moving through you right now. And there's a lot of energy moving through. I'm going to talk about exactly what that is. To remember first that the reason that the new moon is traditionally a time for intention setting is because the sun representing the conscious awareness and the moon representing the unconscious are together. They've met up. They're working in harmony. They're seeing things in the same way. So it's a powerful moment for aligning our conscious and unconscious to create what we are intending to create as powerful manifestors, co-creators with the universe. There's a lot of manifestation energy built into this new moon, and there are also some challenges to work with that I'm going to describe so you can see and feel exactly what's going on and how to use this energy to support you in creating what you're choosing to create. All right. First thing I want to talk about is this new moon is happening in conjunct with Pluto. Pluto is hanging out at 29 degrees. So there's a relationship between this new moon and Pluto. Pluto rules total transformation at a death and rebirth level. And the relationship between this transformational energy of Pluto and the new moon, power of the conscious and unconscious, the relationship is called the inconjunct. The angle of the inconjunct is an invitation for a new choice, an invitation to show up differently. So, given first of all that this moon is happening in the mentally active, communication-oriented sign of Gemini, how are you being asked to make a new choice, to show up in a higher way, at a higher level, in regards to your your mind and your communication? What's being upgraded here? Something is being asked of you to step up to a higher level. And the thing to know about the inconjunct is that it's not necessarily a huge banging you on the head with a 2x4 kind of experience. It's more of a subtle, small choice often. It's one you may need to pause and notice and feel. It might be a seemingly small choice that over time creates massive change. So, for example, if there's mental chatter happening, if you're feeling ruled by the mind, as an example, how do you want to choose to show up as the higher version of yourself, making a new choice in this regard? If there's something in your communication that you are now at a place in your evolution where you weren't last week, you weren't even ready for this a week or a few days ago, but there's a choice being invited now about your communication, about the relationship with your mind, about the way you relate to ideas and understanding the world. There's a subtle choice that is being invited, and it's being facilitated through the energy of Pluto, of deep transformation. So I bring your attention to this because there's some deep stuff happening here, and I want to invite you to open to it. And if you don't know right away what it is, to live in the question, to be open to, if you choose, what's the new choice being asked of me in regards to my mind, my communication, the ideas that I relate to and love and create? What's the new choice? If you're not feeling clear, let me tell you about why things might not be clear yet. There's also a square with this new moon that's happening to Neptune. Neptune represents our connection to spirit. Now, the lower energy of Neptune can be about escapism, about wanting to check out of this physical world that can feel like a drag sometimes, in favor of anything that takes you away. So you can see how there's like a continuum here. On the one end, we have escapism, even addictive behaviors. But on the other end of the spectrum is this powerful connection to spirit. As always, we're invited to choose the higher road. So the relationship between this new moon and Neptune is a square, which means this connection feels challenging. That means it might feel challenging in the moment with this new moon to connect to your spiritual practice. This is why things might feel foggy. There might be a temptation to zone out, to check out, to escape. Bringing all this back around to that Pluto in conjunct that's happening, what is the new higher choice you're being asked or invited to make in this moment, in this day? Maybe the higher choice than you've had the capacity to make before. Again, especially in regards to your mind, your thoughts, your spiritual practice, and the relationship between all of these, knowing that the power of Pluto and total transformation, the power to totally transform who we are, that's the energy that's present here. So I want to invite you to open and be in the question, if you don't yet know, of what's being asked. And how do you want to show up for yourself? How do you choose to show up for yourself in this new moon? Now, if you know the house of your chart where 26 degrees of Gemini falls, this will tell you more specifically what the story is, what the area of your life that you're being invited to set new intentions that make a new choice in some way. Again, because it's Gemini, you may want to journal this out, write it down. What else is happening? Real quick, Mars is in a trine with Chiron. There may be some wounded spaces being activated, being felt, especially being felt physically, because Mars rules the physical body and energy and our physical vessel here. So there's a relationship with happening with Chiron, the wounded healer. There may be some places being triggered that involve one of the following things: the physical body. Mars also rules anger. There may be some energy of anger that needs to be connected to in a healthy way rather than being shut down. Mars also rules sexuality and passion. So there may be some deep, strong stuff being stirred up as a result of this trine with Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer, the place of mastery over wound. So whatever feels like it might be happening for you in that realm, energy, anger, the physical body, sexuality, passion. Mars is also about energy and ambition and what you're creating. So anything in that realm may be getting triggered in some way by Chiron, the wounded healer. And this is about moving to a different relationship to the wounded places, making a new choice. Okay, there's also a sextile between Venus and Mercury. This is a potential for powerful alignment between the mind and the heart. And this is one of the things that makes this new moon have so much intention setting power, even given all the challenges I just described. I would describe this piece of it as, if you're a thinker, allow yourself to drop in and feel. If you're primarily a feeler, allow your thoughts to create the container, structure, and form for what you want to manifest. Because it's by bringing our mind and our heart into alignment, the feelings and the thoughts, bringing those together, this is how we connect with our most powerful manifesting ability. And that's what we're being invited to do here. In spite of any fogginess, in spite of not having the full picture, it's inviting you to trust, to drop in, to align the mind and heart, the thoughts and the feelings, and create those intentions you choose from this powerfully aligned space. Lastly, real quick, productive sextile between Jupiter and Saturn. The sextile is a productive working relationship when you pick up the tools and do the work. So the invitation here is to pick up the tools of your spiritual practice of aligning the mind and heart, even and in spite of any fogginess, unclarity, desire for escapism that might possibly be there. The invitation here is to pick up the tools, allow the mind and the heart to connect and create your intentions from this powerful place in this moment. And know that this sextile between Saturn and Jupiter says that the diligent work you do is rewarded. There are results, and Jupiter brings expansion, abundance, all the things that we are setting the intentions for. These are activated powerfully when we show up and diligently do what we're asked. The results will come. Sending you so much love and grace and support as you soar through this beautiful intention setting moment. Please like and subscribe if this has been helpful. And I would love to hear in the comments if you want to let me know your experience of what this full moon, this new moon, is feeling like and how you're working with the energy. So I can hold that with you. I've been getting some questions lately about, do I do personal readings? Yes, I do. I'll pop the link in the comments. At the time of this recording, I am offering two different options. Number one is remote recorded readings, where you send me your info, send me your questions, and I make you a recording of your chart and what's up. No appointment needed. Second option is for one-to-one Zoom readings. If you're watching this in the future, I don't always have availability for both of those. So just check the link in the notes for what's currently up. Sending you so much love, embrace the journey, and I'll see you soon. Take good care.